Edge just made his AEW debut, and it has many fans saying lots of things. So we'll see what that's about. We'll also check out the latest with Dominik, Rhea Ripley, and much more. Let's start things off with one of the biggest stories of the week, and that's Edge's arrival in All Elite Wrestling. Edge shocked the world back in 2020 when he returned coming off a near decade-long retirement from injury. But the last year or so of Edge's WWE run has been deemed a bit dry by fans. Fans think that the Judgment Day feud dragged on for way too long and ate up a large portion of time on the back end of Edge's deal. And after that feud ended at WrestleMania 39, Edge once again wasn't really used much at all. He wrestled on SmackDown as part of the World Heavyweight title tournament, and then he wrestled Sheamus back in August, and that was it for him. That August edition of SmackDown really felt like a retirement show for Edge. But the big rumor that came out almost instantly was that it was more of a WWE farewell, and how he'll most likely jump ship to AEW. Edge even hinted at this idea himself during the post-SmackDown promo to the live Toronto crowd, where he did confirm that it was his last time wrestling in front of them, with them most likely referring to WWE fans. So it looks like Edge's mind was made up from that August edition of SmackDown. He knew he was going to AEW. Then reports claimed that even though his last match was in August, Edge's WWE deal itself did not fully expire until October 1st, leaving him free of all WWE contract obligations to appear on the October 1st Wrestle Dream event for AEW. And that's exactly what happened. Edge would make his AEW debut in the closing moments of that event to confront his old friend Christian. Some other big notes about his arrival in AEW is that obviously he can no longer use the name he's been using in the ring for the past 25 plus years, because that's WWE's property. So for now, Edge is going by his real name of Adam Copeland. However, he's still being able to keep the Rated R Superstar slogan because WWE didn't go after those rights back in 2020. So it was all free for him to scoop up and use on his own. He also gets to keep using his Metalingus theme song that he's had ever since 2004, because it's not really a WWE-owned song. It's performed by a band, so it appears that AEW has also got the rights to that theme song. Only big change, of course, is his ring name. But there are reports that Adam Copeland has filed for the right to some names such as Cope, an abbreviation of his last name. But similar to the Edge name, in a way, it's short and only contains 4 letters. Adam Copeland also opened up by saying that he loves WWE and everything they've done together over the last few decades, but believes that they've grown apart recently. He said that he was ready and willing to do so much, and that time and time again they didn't really have much for him to ever do, which you can definitely see, especially since 2022. He had a year-long feud with the Judgment Day, and they didn't really have anything for him to do at all for the rest of 2023. So it feels like AEW will give him a fresh roster to work with and more freedom to be used more. Another big shocking piece of news regarding Edge's AEW signing is that he will in fact be a full-time star that's there every single week. Edge was of course a part-timer in WWE that was treated more as a special occasion superstar, but for AEW, he's extremely locked in and will be there every single week. But the big talk of the town is, of course, how will WWE respond to Edge's AEW arrival? When CM Punk shocked the world and returned to the ring in 2021 with AEW, WWE turned around and instantly brought back Becky Lynch and Brock Lesnar that same week to try to cancel out CM Punk's AEW debut. So everyone is wondering, what will WWE do this time around to try and cancel out Edge's AEW arrival? Lots of fans think that stepping on the gas for Jade Cargill's WWE debut could be an option. But the biggest rumor is the idea of WWE bringing in CM Punk at Survivor Series in Chicago to try and answer that Edge debut with. And this is why some fans just like that WWE has a competitor, because competition just brings out the best of everyone. Maybe this Edge debut does push them to do some crazy things, speed up some debuts, returns, and other things of that sort to try and get some of that spotlight back over to them. So it's a very exciting time to be a fan of the industry, because we'll see what Adam Copeland can do with his fresh new start at AEW. And we'll see what potential tricks WWE has up their sleeves to counter that debut. Dominik Mysterio shockingly lost his NXT North American title at No Mercy, and it has opened up a new world of theories about where this could be headed. Originally, it seemed like WWE was going all in on the Judgment Day and the idea of having them run WWE by capturing all these world championships. It was only a few weeks ago where Finn Balor and Damian Priest captured the undisputed tag team titles and got this narrative really going. And everyone thought that Judgment Day's grasp of all the titles would continue and conclude with Damian Priest winning the World Heavyweight title. It wouldn't have been out of this world to see a group in possession of the World Heavyweight title, both sets of tag team titles, the Women's World title, and the NXT North American title. So with Dominik now losing his title only 72 days into his title reign, that really does put a dark cloud over what was looking like a gold rush for the Judgment Day. But could Dominik Mysterio end up getting the title right back? That's the scenario fans are thinking of. Rhea Ripley, who wasn't at No Mercy, still reacted to Dominik's loss in real time through Twitter, tweeting out, "Are you kidding me?" in response to Dominik losing. And in a post-match interview, Dominik refused to answer any questions. But the one thing he did blurt out was that he wondered what Rhea Ripley was going to say. And while all this was going on, Kathy Kelly even jumped in on the action by responding to Rhea's tweet and volunteering herself to take Dominik's spot with Rhea, since she herself has never lost a championship. But as Rhea Ripley returns for the first time in several weeks, it'll be interesting to see how she responds in person to Dominik Mysterio's title loss. Like we've been saying for a while now, Rhea and Dominik has never even had a mini argument or conflict with each other since they've been paired up. But could this be the one situation that ignites some issues there between Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio? Will Rhea treat Dominik differently? Will even the entire Judgment Day treat Dominik differently now that he's the odd one out of the group with no title in their possession? Or could Rhea Ripley and the rest of the group be supportive and try to help Dominik Mysterio get that title back? Because there could be a way for another storyline to overlap with Dominik and result in him getting the title back. After winning the North American title from Dominik, Trick Williams went and celebrated with Carmelo Hayes. They now both had titles in NXT. But just a few moments later in the night, and Carmelo ended up losing his NXT World title. So the time period of them both having titles was extremely short-lived, and that has fans wondering if something could be developing there. The two of them even closed the No Mercy event off with Carmelo apologizing to Trick for losing his title. So could they be setting up a scenario there where Carmelo Hayes gets a bit jealous that Trick has a title and ends up screwing Trick out of that title during maybe a rematch with Dominik Mysterio? That's a popular theory that's floating around because reports claim that Dominik Mysterio was never originally set to lose the title at No Mercy. So something must be going on here. So what if Dominik Mysterio does get his hands back on the title extremely soon, and how that'll be connected to a potential Carmelo Hayes heel turn? So be on the lookout for a twist coming there. But what are your thoughts on all of today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.